There have been a lot of requests to talk about the simplest planner and go through the pages. So that is what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about how easy it is and why it was created for creatives, for artists, and for people who think a little bit differently. Most planners out there are made for people who don't necessarily need to write things down as much. They like to use their phones and their calendars and everything on that. And so this planner was made for the people who like to write things down. But it is also done in a way that's very basic, not confusing, doesn't take a whole class to learn how to use it, but there are very unique pages within it. So this is our beautiful cover. This is what's slipped on the front. It explains it's a calendar, planner, to-do list, brain dump, and project organizer. If you're an artist, your life is probably a little topsy-turvy, and you have so many different projects and so many different things going on that having a place to organize it in one location is really helpful. I don't know about you, but when I'm doing projects, I have sticky notes and papers and lists and just things everywhere, and it gets a little confusing. So the first page is going to be the how to use the simplest planner. It's really simple. It just goes over all the different pages that are in this book and has just a really basic, this is what this is for. Obviously, this book is made in a way that can be used in whatever way works best for you. And so keep that in mind when you decide to use this book. This is a suggestion, but it is also the way it was designed. But we are all different and unique, and we use things in different ways. So please use this book however works best for you. So our first page is a year spread, where we can look at our year in one page. It makes each year seem a little smaller and shorter. It's also, you don't have to buy a 2020 calendar or a 2021 calendar. You buy the book and it begins whenever you want. I love that about this book because I'm not usually the type of person who's on top of things, and I never buy a planner in January, so I always waste a little bit of this book. But my planner here it's completely blank so that I can fill it in however I want. I can start in whatever month I want. I can color everything in. It's really simple. And we have a brain dump where you put everything on your mind and stick it on a page, and then you organize those thoughts and you put them into what's the most important. So you're prioritizing your tasks. So we have a to-do list. We have a full spread, and they're categorized by your lifestyle. So these can be whatever you want them. And then there's 4 weeks of this, so we get 4 weeks of to-do lists per month. Makes sense, obviously. Then a habit tracker, so that we can keep ourselves in check and make sure that we're constantly progressing. So 4 weeks, they can start whenever we want, and then it starts all over again. We have a month, a brain dump, a priority chart, a productivity chart, and then our to-do list again. It's so wonderful and it's so simple. And it just, once you start using this program and once you start getting your life organized in this way, it's impossible to live without it. Okay, and then after the 3 months of those pages, then we have over here different project pages. Now, project pages are different from a to-do list because a to-do list tells us what has to be done, the tasks, and the project page, it helps us break it down into very specific tasks. So if we have one thing to do but can be done through, a long period of time, this is where we do that. And there are a lot of those pages throughout this book. And then you'll notice tons of blank pages to take notes, to draw sketches, to put down ideas, to write down our favorite quotes. You can use it as a journal. One thing I like to do, I have kids and I love to write down the funny things they say or their milestones. And so that is the simplest planner. It's really easy to use. It's really beautiful. It's been designed by a behavioral therapist and a chaotic artist. And through those two minds the simplest book was made for those of us who need it. I'm more excited. Thanks.